Hello everyone, welcome back to the second episode of Everyone Wants ESN.
Hello, hello.
I'm here with Bianca again. I'm very happy about it. And today we're gonna cover cultural shocks, the thing you might not expect when you go to a new country. I mean, I was very shocked the first time that I was in Antwerp.
By what?
There was a few things that shocked me. But the first one was that people did not use the plastic glove that we use it here in Italy to take the vegetables. Yeah. So you just go and
pick your
touch every vegetable to choose yours. And I was like, that's really not hygienic.
Maybe they're just very clean and they clean the
hope
vegetables
so.
very...
I hope so, but that really shocked me. Even at the end of my Erasmus, I was still shocked. I was like, it's so weird. Why? My mom will scream at me in my head.
Yeah, we all have that one thing that we talk about after our Erasmus life forever. The one momentum which stays with us forever. And I guess Georgia's one is
this
vegetables. It's fine. It's okay. We don't judge, but... thing, yeah.
On my profile on Instagram, I do have like a highlight these stories that has all my cultural shocks of my Erasmus. Another one was like the scooters could go on the bicycle lane, and
that's crazy.
Like once or twice, I risked my life because I did not expect like a scooter coming towards me.
But they can because they actually can, or
can.
just like in Italy, they can because they do that.
No, they can. I mean, that's what Belgians told me. So I mean, I trust them.
That's an interesting.
That's weird.
That's nice. I mean, I had also positive cultural shocks. It wasn't a complete nightmare, my own Erasmus. I also had positive cultural shocks during my Erasmus in Madrid. For example, I felt very safe at night, even though there were a lot of people around till, the very first hours of the morning.
Like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. But I felt very safe. I took the metro, I took the buses. I was very happy with that.
That's a good thing.
Another cultural shock, everything opens quite late in Spain, more than in Italy. I mean, in Italy, the bars and stuff, they all open at 8, at 7, 8, because people have to go to work and everything, so they need a coffee before going. Instead, in Spain, or at least in my neighborhood, they open quite late. This was
no coffee
shocking
for you before classes.
But that's fine, because I was always late to class, so I didn't have really the time to stop by. So it was nice. It's like, a slow life.
So those were our cultural shock, but I think we should dive into Italians one that Erasmus people could encounter when they arrive in Italy.
Yeah.
And the first one, I think could be the language barrier. I mean, it's difficult in any country when you arrive and you don't know the language, but in Italy there's a little bit more difficulty into that because like many Italians, as many of you probably already know, I mean, we're not really good with English, and especially adults, elder people.
Yeah. To be fair, it was the same in Spain, so it's not just Italian. But yeah, I think the language is one of the first obstacles of your Erasmus. Well, personally, I didn't know Spanish before going, so this was definitely one of my obstacles. But yes, what can we say about that? We can say that, yes, Italians don't do very well in English. That's true. But we try our best. We do.
And if you know some words in Italian,
that's great.
That's great.
To be honest, we are really happy when foreigners try and learn the language. I mean,
like you can say "Ciao Bella,"
it's great.
You already are like the best.
You are local. That's perfect.
Yeah.
But yes, let's be serious for a minute. We do suggest always trying to have a translator with you, like a person, or just Google Translate, or
that works just fine on
any
your phone.
app. Yes. I mean, we can be patient with that. I mean, if you don't know our language, we will wait until you find a way to communicate with us.
Communicate in a way that is mixed with Italian, English.
And I mean, Italians are very famous for talking with gestures and hands, so you can also try that way at the very beginning.
And guess what the meaning
of
these hand gestures are.
This is coffee, just so you know, coffee.
This is wait.
Wait a minute.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, so I mean, there is always one way, but ESN usually organizes Italian classes, which
Tell me more.
I believe are amazing, and not because I'm the culture manager and I am the one organizing them this year. But yeah, I mean, Italian classes can be very tough. University usually have Spanish class, Italian class, English class, whatever, but they are a bit serious.
Yeah.
You have homework, you have exams. With ESN,
you might be asked to do exercise, grammar exercise that
exactly.
you might not really understand. And yes, they are useful to construct your phrases, but not if you're just a new beginner and you need to survive in
exactly,
a city.
Especially at the very beginning. So this is why ESN is here for you guys. Well, our experience in ESN RomaLUISS, but I'm pretty sure it's the same in all the ESN sections. We have very chill Italian classes. I mean, you do learn Italian, but in a way that you learn at the very beginning the essential stuff, how to order food, how to ask for advices, how to ask for information, how to talk with a doctor. Because think about it, if anything happens and you have to see a doctor, you don't know the language, it's not that easy to communicate,
Yeah,
so
it's complicated to might understand what you have, but what kind of medicine you might need.
Yeah, exactly. So, ESN classes, let's say, are structured in a way that you learn first the essential to survive, and then if you can learn the grammar and all the reasons why we talk in a certain way, even if sometimes people ask me grammar stuff and I have no idea, no clue, because I just speak the language, so I don't remember why we use this article or whatever.
How to determine the gender, for us it's
crazy,
easy, normal, natural.
But I think also they are very funny, as in we are not too many, we are always divided into groups, so it doesn't get too chaotic, but they are all friends and chill people, so we talk, we sometimes have little games, sometimes we will listen to some songs or watch some movies or ads, so that we learn the language easier and faster. So I'm not saying you have to take the ESN Italian classes.
She is saying that.
But I am saying that, so take your classes. Join us.
Yeah, other culture shock that comes to mind is that we are kind of weird with food and drink. Think about it.
No? Yes.
You cannot have a cappuccino after 11.
Yeah, that's serious talking here. The rule says
no cappuccino after 11. And I mean, the reason behind it was that as Italians, we believe that too much milk can be heavy on the stomach.
Yeah.
But in reality, some people switch to macchiato or...
I do, for example. I have macchiato, which is coffee with a bit of milk, because espresso is too strong for me, just coffee. So I go with macchiato after 11.
Or espresso, or I think the best one is chiumato. And I think this cannot be found anywhere outside Rome, or at least...
The caffè schiumato, you mean?
Yeah, I think it's complicated because I was talking to my sister and she's do bar stuff. And she was like, schiumato is not the schiumato I mean here. Here they give you a small cappuccino because you have milk and foam and the espresso, but outside Rome, near Torino where I'm from, they do a macchiato. Macchiato is schiumato, so it's different.
So we have cultural shock within the nation.
As well.
But that's true. No, on food, that's true. We do have a lot of, let's say...
rules.
Yes, but also divergent opinions on food itself. Schiumato is one. Brioche or cornetto is another.
In Rome, for example, you cannot go to the bar and ask for a brioche.
No.
Because they will look at you and say, I did not understand what you mean.
It's croissant, by the way, just so you guys know. The cornetto is the croissant. Croissant. But you can say that in Rome it's cornetto. It's not brioche. In Milan, in the north, maybe in the north.
Yeah, in the
generally,
north
it's brioche.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I mean, food is one of the core elements of our tradition. Yeah. So it is okay if we're a bit obsessed about it. So yeah. But that's true. So be careful.
Be careful. And always thinking about food. I mean, we have other rules, as you said, about meals. Might come a shock the timing that we have our meals.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yes.
Lunch depends really on which part of Italy you are, and of course, if you have lunch with your grandparents. It's earlier in the morning, but usually it goes from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah,
that's a good
mostly,
time.
yeah. I mean, maybe 12, but it's a really stretch. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, my grandparents have lunch at 12, but I mean, they're old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same goes for dinner.
For dinner,
it's
yeah.
later than the northern countries of
Yes.
Europe. Yeah,
That's for sure. Like, this is one of the most shocking things for Erasmus students in Rome, especially if they're from the north, because, you know, they usually have dinner at
5, 6.
6. And we don't have dinner at 6. We usually drink at 6. So aperitivo time, which you guys will learn. So we do have dinner later, like at 8, 9. It really depends. Once again, if you're from the north, it's more around 8. If you're from the south, it's more 9 or later.
It's also 7.
Yeah, that's true.
It's also
it depends. Yeah, as we said, there are
you'll get used to it,
divergent opinions also within the nation, but
but not 5. 5 is for drinking.
Yes, 5 is either for aperitivo or for tea at the very, you
can choose.
Yeah,
you can have merenda or aperitivo.
Exactly.
But another thing about meals is that for us it's something sacred, I think. It's like you gather around and you talk about your day, you talk about your, like, what's going on with you, with your life, you catch up with your family, but also with your friends. Yeah. It's a good way to just enjoy the presence of each other.
That's true. I mean, we do have this very funny thing that we said that on Sunday we eat with our families, usually, right? I mean, it depends. Some families do that every Sunday and they meet with their grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins, whatever. But it's usually like, can we hang out on Sunday? No, I can't because I have my family lunch, which means that from 12 to 5, I can't hang out with you because it's really something very long. We really stay at the table a long time. We eat a lot and then we have dessert and then we have amaro and then we have coffee and then we talk and talk.
And then sweets and then another sweets and then another coffee.
Exactly.
And that's when your grandparents will probably start talking about their life and their memories.
Yeah.
And that's also a very nice way to remember.
Yeah, but also I think that the lunch on Sunday is very, very important for Italians.
Yeah.
It always is. You know, it's always like, oh, come on, guys, today is Sunday. Let's have a nice lunch or let's go and eat out. It's very important for us to be together at the table with the family. So it's very nice. We don't really go like, oh, yes, I'll just take a sandwich and go. It doesn't work for us. We have to stay at the table and eat a lot.
I mean, sometimes it happens that we have like very small time to eat.
Yeah.
I mean, if life gets frenetic, it's just life happening.
Yes, obviously on university days, for example. Yes. But if you are at the table, you stay at the table. you gotta really enjoy the time.
Yeah.
It's about enjoying it.
Do we share food or not?
Joey doesn't share food. Italians, I mean, it depends. What do you mean by sharing food?
I mean, sharing a pizza.
No. Like, okay, so let me tell you something. There is this thing in American movies, no shame to Americans, but in American movies, they are like this big, huge family of group of friends. And they go like, oh, let's have a pizza. And there are like 10 people and they have 3 pizzas because everybody takes like, now I don't know what they put in their pizza, so maybe one slice is enough.
It's enough,
but we don't really do that. I mean, I'm more than happy to ask Georgia if she wants a slice of my pizza.
And maybe we can trade.
Exactly, but we trade. It's not like I'm eating less pizza so she can eat more.
Yeah.
Like
one pizza, one person.
Exactly.
That's the rule.
And also, let's talk about something else than pizza. I mean, if we get pasta or whatever, I'm used to ask everybody at lunch, do you want to try it before I try it? So yeah, in that sense we share, but because I want you to taste my food as well. But we don't do like exactly. But we don't go like, oh, you know what, let's have a pizza together. Yeah. Not because of anything, but because it's not enough. Like, guys, you gotta eat.
Yeah.
Eat your pizza.
Exactly. It's good. It's a good way for your soul.
Yes.
It nourishes you.
Yes.
And another thing that might come as shocking is that usually the check won't come if you're not asked for it.
How do we have for the check?
Il conto, please.
Or as every dad around the world does.
Exactly.
That's asking for the check. Yeah, that's the universal sign. But yeah, that's true. Also in restaurants, the moment at the table is very important. So nobody's going to rush you unless obviously there's a rush at the restaurant, everything. But there is not going to be a waiter that goes like, "Hi, do you want your check?"
No, they just
You gotta ask for it. You gotta ask for the check.
And remember to pay.
Yes. Oh, what do we say? Oh, okay. Why? I mean, it could come as a shock that we have to remind you guys to pay.
But I mean, sometimes it happens that you just forget. Like I had a friend that forgot to pay, and then he came back to the restaurant just to pay for it.
And that's very noble because in Rome they do this thing where they don't forget to pay. They just decide they don't want to leave. And it's called
fare il vento, which
fare
means
il vento.
Do the wine.
Yeah, it's like because it goes like this. You are at the table with 5 friends. One goes out for a smoke. The other one goes to the bathroom. And at the end of the day, everybody's out of the restaurants and nobody's inside and they just run for it. But don't do that, guys. Come on,
It's not noble.
It's not nice.
Not nice, not ethical.
And we don't like them. Italians don't believe that people that do il vento are heroes. We kind of dislike them.
Don't like them as well. And we talked about aperitivo. I think that's my favorite.
It's nice. It's a nice moment. Yes, definitely.
Like usually we do this at 6 till 8.
Yeah, it really depends. It could also be at 5, I believe. It depends on the plan of the day.
In the north, in Trentino, they also do it in the mornings. Like they have
before lunch.
No, even in the morning.
This I didn't know.
At 8 in the morning, like 9, 10, you could see at the same bar people with coffee and cornetto, and on the other table there's someone with a spritz. And I was shocked when I was there.
That's the life I want to live when I'm older. I see my future and it's bright. Definitely. No, well, to be fair, I'm not a big fan of aperitivo before lunch, but mostly because I never have the time. That's it. But aperitivo, it's, 5, 6. And what I really like about aperitivo is that it can become a dinner.
And why come
but
to
way
dinner?
cheaper. But way cheaper. Because, most of the time, you either have a formula, so it's one drink and some food like cheese, like pizzas, like finger food, exactly. Or sometimes instead they give you olives and little snacks. But if you drink a lot and then you eat a lot of olives, it's still a dinner.
Girl dinner.
No. But for real, aperitivo in Italy is very common, and it's more common to have the whole set of food than anything. So it's very nice.
Yeah, I'm so pissed every time that you go for aperitivo and they don't give you food. It's like, that's the whole point of me being here.
We don't like that. Yes.
I want food with my drink.
Yeah, but also aperitivo is really one of those moments when you sit at a table with a friend and you start talking, and it's very nice, and it's really part of the Italian culture, to be fair. We really care about this, and I believe that in ESN we have a lot of similar moments, similar to aperitivo, when we meet and we start eating something, at any restaurant or bars. It's a great way to socialize, If you have your stomach full, then you're way better socializing. Yeah, that's great.
Does any other culture shock come to mind to you?
About food?
Even not food.
Right now, no. Let us know if you have any cultural shock about food. Another one. Oh, well. Now. Italy is famous for a series of things. Food is one of those. But it's also the dress code and appearance in Italy is very well considered. The Italian style, Milan.
Bella figura.
Bella figura, it means doing a nice impression to people. So, yes, we don't go to university, to college, to school in pajamas. Never. You
might find younger people, high school people going with the sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Because they have gymnasts.
Yes,
PE.
and I believe the new generation, this new generation, guys,
Yeah.
the new
I
generation
never
maybe.
went to
Never.
university nor high school
Never.
in like
But I know that
sweatpants.
like in the USA it is pretty common, to dress very easily, casually. We don't do that, and there are some memes about it also on the social media. That even when we go for groceries shopping or whatever, we always like to dress nicely.
But I mean, just wear a pair of jeans and everything's fine. Like,
Yeah, I mean it can be true. I've seen amazing people at the supermarket. To be fair, I think that
tell me who dressed you up.
yeah, Italian style is very important, and style to us is important. So we really try to make the best out of it. So maybe your period of Erasmus period here will teach you some Italian style. I mean, I don't think it's a true shock, but maybe it's something nice to consider about your Erasmus city.
I mean, I think that dressing up nicely can also boost your confidence. Like
Yes.
if you put on your favorite sweater on, for example, like exam day, can bring you like going there more confident in what you know because you are feeling good in what you're wearing.
Yeah, a good point from Georgia is on the exams day. We will talk a bit better about it later on, but we do have a lot of oral exams, which means that we talk to the professor.
Like I'm the professor and Bianca is the...
I'm the student, and it goes like this,
You're very close, and
so
she will talk answering my questions.
We really care about how we dress in that occasion. We never go like in jeans to an oral exam. We try not to, or if you do, it's always stylish. We have a shirt and so on and so forth. And this is something that I noticed that foreign students don't think about it that much.
Yeah.
So that's why we're telling you guys.
It is required to wear a little bit more formal. I mean, it's not like they would not make you pass the exam because you're not dressed nicely, but it
it's
can
always
affect
nice.
The way you feel about yourself
and the professor feels about you. Yeah. I mean, we're not saying that in Italy, if you don't dress nice, you don't pass exams, or they I don't know, they give you lower grades. Absolutely not. We're just saying that considering other foreign students, we did notice that while the Italians are always, shirt and sweater and nice, sometimes they don't really think about it that much.
I think it's also like a way of respecting the other person.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, he or she is the professor. He has some moral, ethical, I don't know, like aura, and you just respect their presence by dressing up nicely.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. We didn't want to offend any of you or scare any of you. We're just talking, about how we dress. I think that now we should talk about that, about chaos. Now we're going to scare you a tiny little bit, but it's better to know before arriving than finding out once you're here. All right? So you can get through this.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you mean. In Rome, but also in other bigger cities, chaos is everywhere.
And I mean, sorry to interrupt. It was a shock also for Georgia herself because she's from the north of Italy and she's been in Rome just for the
2 years.
2 years. So I think what I mean when I say could be a shock.
I feel their pain already.
Yes.
I mean, what we mean by chaos is that streets, for example, are not orderly nor calm. They can become pretty chaotic, and traffic in Rome is aggressive, and I say it because I experience it every day.
Yeah, that's true. She drives a lot.
Like I live outside Rome and it takes me like an hour to come to the university, and this means that I have to deal with a lot of angry people behind their wheels.
Do you guys remember when I told you don't use your bikes? This is why and she was making fun of me. This is why you shouldn't use your bikes.
I mean, I'm very good at driving.
Yeah, sure is, because you're from the north.
Yeah, but like in Rome and this other bigger city like Naples or in the south or even in Milan, I mean, that's also a bigger city. Traffic can be chaotic and there's difficulties for people and pedestrians to cross the street.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it can be difficult, and a nice way to signal that you are trying to get to the other side,
to move on with your life.
I need to cross. is to try to make eye contact with the driver and like communicate with your mind. I need to cross. Let me pass, and they will hopefully stop.
And then there is this sign that we do, which is it's like we're thanking them for letting us pass, and
like
this
reverse psychology.
Yeah, exactly. And this is also a meme on the social media that I noticed more than once, where it says that Italians and in Italy is the only place where you thank the driver for not killing you. This is crazy. This is something that I didn't notice in Spain, for example. But when I traveled, I've never felt, like scared to cross. Like I knew that if a car sees me, they do see me and they stop,
I was shocked in Belgium that they will stop even if I was really near to the zebra crossing. I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And a cultural shock for Italian is they don't kill you on the road, they let you go. So be careful with that for real.
Yeah, but I mean, it's different from if you have your Erasmus in the smaller cities. Like there, people go just lower. They enjoy it being in the roads. Like in Rome especially, it's because it's very big and it's driving you insane that you are stuck into traffic and sometimes people lash out. So it's normal also to see people shouting at each other because they won't let you pass. Like with the cars as well. But I mean,
I'm pretty lucky because as I told you guys, I don't drive a car. I drive the electric scooter, so I'm small. I can pass through, but it is stressing also for me. First of all, because I'm scared of everything, as you may have imagined. But yeah, there are a lot of double park cars. Why there are double park cars?
Because
Georgia.
There's no parking spots. Like there are some cars that are stationed there for all day, 2 days, 3 days. And it's very annoying that you go around and you cannot find a parking spot.
Yes, it's
so
crazy.
That gives you more anger than you might expect. So if you ever take your car or rent a car in Rome, take that into account. Like if you need to go, 8:30 at the restaurant and you have to go there, calculate at least 20 minutes.
At least
20 minutes to find a parking spot, especially in the city center in the weekends. So my advice is take the buses.
Yes, I mean, it's not like also you can trust them.
They got better.
Yeah, but at the very least you'll have to park, which is nice. Yeah. And you know what I was thinking about? Smoking. It really is different from country to country, I believe.
Yeah, I think a lot of our Erasmus students not complain, but they notice that here people smoke a lot.
We do because, sorry to interrupt again, but we don't smoke inside places anymore, but we can smoke outside. So in the streets, while walking and stuff.
Yeah, also in the university campuses, they smoke. So
yes. So just so you know, guys, in case you're interested in smoking.
And if you don't like the smell, you will encounter that smell a lot.
Yeah.
But I think we're done with the culture.
The chaotic
cultural shocks. I mean, it doesn't come up anything anymore.
But we're more interested in knowing if you guys are expecting any cultural shocks or have
maybe at the supermarket like I was.
Yeah, I think that it really depends on how you live your life in your home country. Anything could be a cultural shock. But I think we kind of covered the most common of all and the most interesting and funny.
Cultural shock can also be helpful because you understand better the culture in the other countries. Like something that for you it's normal, for other people it might not be that normal. So
you mean like university as a whole?
University as well. Like if you think about it.
Yes.
I gave the example about supermarket, but it can also be how the grading system is in
That's true. I wasn't
universities.
thinking about that. That's true.
I mean, in Italy, we're used to have like a 30-point scale, and
at university,
university,
in high school is still 10. Sorry, 0, 10.
Yeah, but like in university, we have like 18, and that is the minimum to pass.
And then we have 30, which is the maximum. And then we have 30 e lode, which is with honors, which really means that you hate that test, you hate that oral exam.
Yeah,
also the oral exam could be shocking. Like in Spain, I didn't have any oral part. I only had the written exams.
Yeah. Also, we don't get any, like, we cannot use any type of notes during the exams. And this is very shocking for Erasmus students because some countries, they can't allow this.
The notes. They are open book. Well, in Italy, it rarely happens. Also, I believe that most of the time written exams in Italy, they last less than usual. I had a guy in my course of exogeography, and it's the exam that the professor has us to write a paper in an hour. It was an open book, obviously, so it was, let's say, nice to write the paper. I didn't have to remember everything. But in an hour, a whole paper, it wasn't even that short. And it was a bit shocked because usually in this country, they have like 3 hours for exams.
Yeah, I remember in Belgium, they lasted like 5 hours. I was like,
and we don't do that. Even if it's written exams, I believe the maximum is 2 hours.
Yeah, maybe 3 if you get a long exam. But really depends on the faculties. Like
that's true. That's true.
The mathematics side.
Oh, I have no idea.
But yeah, I think it's good to understand how the final exam will be, because like most of university in Italy, we have like 6 months. Like the semester where you just study, and then just at the end we have like sessione, which is the exam period. And during this session, we have more than one dates where we can have the exam, and we can choose that. We usually have January and February, but really depends on university. Like for example, LUISS has December and January, but mostly is January, February. And you have a date for, I don't know, politics exam in January and another one in February. And you can just choose, okay, I'll study that as soon as I finish my courses, and I'll take the first date exam. But then some people might say, oh, I have other exams that I want to prioritize, and I will take the exam in February. Everybody just decide according to their own exams, their own necessity, family needs, or I don't know. I want to do a vacation during the holiday period, and then I'll just give all my exam in February. It's up to you, really. I think I really like. You have 6 months where you like just chill, like study a little bit, not stress about exam, and then the exam.
And that's so funny that she's saying that because at LUISS you don't have that. So we just have continuous assessment, and
I think next year will be changed.
Really?
Yeah, I have heard some professors talk about that, but I'm not sure.
Obviously, we were the last to stress. Nice. Yeah. Very nice. So, yes. And I think that one important thing to do to ace your test is to attend classes. I mean, I know it depends on the professor. Really? Unfortunately, at LUISS, at the very least, they take attendance very seriously. So much that we changed the method to, say that we're present or not. And now you go through the app and you have to have your Bluetooth connected and your location, I believe.
Yeah, yes. But also like Wi-Fi, I think.
And the Wi-Fi of LUISS, obviously. So you can say, yes, I'm here in that exact class.
But like some professors might just make a paper go around and take like signatures.
Or do roll call. It really depends on. But yes, LUISS takes it seriously. Yes,
like
obviously.
This can happen in any university.
Also, in my first university in Tor Vergata, it was taken very seriously.
Like I was in Trento, we did not have mandatory attendance, for example.
Yeah, it depends.
So, really depends
so always
on the course.
Check, and also check if on the syllabus the attendance has its weight, because most of the time it's like 10% of the grade is from attendance. Sometimes professors don't really care about attendance, so maybe you can consider that, but always check the syllabus, right?
Regarding attendance, it's also like there's a difference for your exam. Maybe like you can have different material courses to prepare for the exam because you are attendance student or non-attendance student.
Yeah, that's true. So always check if attendance is mandatory, how important it is, and what changes if you're not attending. So that was fun.
That was really long.
That was the fun part of the podcast, of the episode of today.
But right now we're gonna talk more about what ESN does for all of you guys.
Yes.
And we were talking about university, and Bianca already mentioned one of perks that ESN gives Erasmus, that is the Italian course. course.
The Italian course.
And
ESN Italian course.
Why are you so...
I'm so proud.
In love with the language course? What do you do in ESN?
Well, let's say that when I entered ESN, the culture committee was the one I liked the most. And I was very busy in the Italian course for a series of reasons. First of all, because it's a nice way to make friends in a chill environment. Like, it's not a party, it's not a disco, there is no noise and stuff. And secondly, because I think it's very funny to teach Italian in that sense. And thirdly, because it's a nice way to learn about cultural shocks and also to learn about other people's traditions. For example, one of my favorite lessons at the Italian course are the ones, during the holidays or right before holidays, obviously. So before Christmas, we talk about Christmas in Italy, the tradition in Italy, what to do, what not to do, what to eat, obviously. And everybody shares their own traditions. So now I know all the main food in other countries, what they do, what they don't, all the same for Easter, obviously. So I can say that I'm very sad because in Italy we don't really do the hunting of the eggs in the garden.
I love that one.
And a lot of people do that in other countries, but I've never done that.
Explain this tradition to us, Bianca.
Being a bit more specific on the Italian course now. As I said, it's a fun way to learn the basic of Italian, as much to survive Italy. I really like it. And now that I'm culture manager for this year, I'm trying to do my best. And we
explore Italian culture.
Exactly.
In any way.
In any way, it's not only about language anymore. To be quite fair, I've introduced the Cineforum with Georgia. Actually,
we had this great idea, I think.
Yes, because it's Italian is not only you have to learn the grammar, you have to listen to it a lot. It's one of the best way, and I know you guys can do that at home on your own, obviously, but it was so nice.
Like, we can have a discussion on the movie afterwards.
I have the honor and pleasure to know some people in the industry, and most of them are very young people who are doing their own short movies. And I've asked them to come and meet the Erasmus students. So we had a little Meet the Crew event where we watched the short movie in Italian with subtitles, obviously. And then we had the honor to discuss the movie with the actors, with the producer, with the...
a little behind the scenes.
Exactly. We had a little behind the scenes. And I think it's important, to understand a culture, a language also through movies, through music also would be very nice to organize something. If you guys know anybody in a band, hit me up.
They can also create a jingle for our podcast.
Yes.
We don't have a jingle yet.
If you guys want to do that, you're more than welcome.
Email me.
Yes. So the Italian course is basically that you learn a new language, but you learn a culture. It's very nice. But the culture committee is not only that.
What other activities do you prepare?
We do everything that is not chaotic, let's say. So obviously,
as you might understood, Bianca likes chill.
Yes, and Bianca also likes doing the things in daylight when she's not tired. So obviously, visiting museums, we try our best. In Rome, there is this thing that the first Sunday of the month, most museums are either free or extremely cheap, like €2, let's say. So we tried our best to organize events on the first Sunday of the month.
We know that Erasmus people are on a budget.
Yes.
And we are too.
We are on a budget, so we try our best. And then we do also, for example, sip and painting. Which
I love that activity.
It's so nice. We just meet and we sip something, some tea and
maybe
similar.
Also like a little bit of music, very chill.
Music, and you just paint whatever you like. I mean, it's very nice. It's a great way to socialize. It's a great way to relax. And, for artistic people, it could be a very nice idea. Not always we can find a place to do our hobbies. And so we thought, what, let's create a safe environment for artistic people.
It's also good, like, if you want to create something and you don't usually do this, you can do it in group. And it's an excuse to finally create the thing you wanted to create.
For example, I am not an artistic person at all. Like, I swear to God, I couldn't draw a line to save my life. But I really enjoyed that event because, I was just there. Nobody was judging me. I mean, I was creating the event, so at the very extreme, I was judging them. Now I can not judging, but it's very chill. It's very nice, and
we
now
should do one with pottery. Like it's very
it will
trendy
be
right now.
so nice. Yes, just I don't know. I think it's a bit difficult to organize, but it's definitely on my to-do list.
Yeah.
You just go and create something nice and cute. And then there are, I don't know, let me think. We did some workshop in the past, and I'm trying to organize some more, also about sewing or craft. And we try to, intertwine somehow cultural aspect or environmental aspect. And
like
so on.
environmental sustainability is one of our objectives as ESN. So in this event, we can have people recycle things.
And we've done that. We've done that, and we try to crochet also a bit.
I tried and I did not succeed.
Obviously, I failed like big time, but it was fun. There was nice music, and we were a lot of people. We were a lot of friends. So I really, cultural committee at the end of the day is everything that you want it to be. If you guys have also just ideas, you can ask, and we try to organize it.
Yeah.
I think it's very nice. It's very chill at the same time. I believe that's pretty much it. I mean, we also have cultural exchange events. For example, there are some we've done in the past, and I think we're going to do this again because I really enjoy it. But it's one of the main events in ESN, the Culture Committee, are the tandem. It means that we go in a place and with our friends, and we try to learn each other languages, and I think it's super fun.
Yeah. I mean, if I know a little bit of French, I can teach you something in French, and you can teach me something in Spanish.
Yes.
And we both go home with
That's
a
basically
new
it.
bright knowledge.
Or I know that Georgia can speak a bit of French, so I'll try to improve or practice my French with her, and I think it's very nice. And at the end of the day, it's always funny to hear other people
try
exactly
understand
you
each
just
other
practice.
in another language.
So yes, bottom line, culture committee is the best committee ever. And it's
really
also a way
know.
to be inclusive, everybody's welcome.
Yeah, sometimes people don't really like party, and this can be an alternative.
It could be an alternative, exactly.
Make them explore Rome or other city in another way.
It
and
is
I
nice.
think this help people getting involved and experience the Erasmus to the fullest.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, the culture is another important aspect of your semester abroad. And I think that if you understand how, you can really understand the culture in funny ways.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be the boring lessons or boring visits to museum like you used to do in high school. It's really nice. I
even
think
exchanging snacks could be a cultural thing.
Yeah.
And a social inclusive thing.
Exactly. No, for real. Yeah, I'm very grateful to ESN for this, because both during my Erasmus and now that I'm in Rome, ESN has always provided with fun activities for really every of your interests. You like to party, there is the committee for that. You like culture, there is the committee for that.
You like sport?
And
it will be sports.
Definitely.
So I think it's time to welcome our first guest of the podcast.
It is time yes.
Yes, and her name is Silvia, and she is the sports manager of ESN RomaLUISS.
A round of applause.
Hi girls, thank you for having me today.
Hi,
It is
Silvia.
a pleasure.
Hi everyone, I'm Silvia. I'm a third year law student, and I'm really ready for this podcast.
Yeah, you're ready for your first interview.
Yeah, bit nervous actually.
So
Why?
Well, I really care about the sport committee that I'm manager of, so hope will all enjoy my
intake.
yes.
Yes. You will give us a background of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will.
So let's start with the first easy question. What's your committee about? What do you do?
So I think the sport is really central in the Erasmus experience because it creates real friendships based on sports. That is always a good place to start new friendships, actually. And also it's a way to take your minds off things. Usually studying during your Erasmus is really hard due to being in a whole new country. Yeah. So maybe taking part in our activities will be good for you in so many ways.
Stress and endorphins, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Makes you happy.
Also, you don't need actually to be a serious athlete to participate in our events. I'm not.
That I cannot play football.
Yeah, I don't play it actually. I'm only a referee in our in our Super League, but I really enjoy participate in this way.
Just stay around other people.
Yeah, yeah.
So you were talking about Super League. What's that?
Yeah, it's one of our flagship activity actually.
You're famous for it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it last semester, and this semester I'm going to organize it as well as I can.
It will be perfect, I'm sure of it.
And it's basically soccer, like a 5 versus 5 situation, team situation. And we will have a really big tournament during the whole semester, and where everyone can play. As I said before, if you already played soccer in your country or not, only if you want to enjoy being around others. Mm-hmm. And also, of course, you can come and cheer for our athletes, and you're always welcome. And we will have the first ever match of this semester, I think by middle February. And
so you give them a little break before starting.
Yeah. I know that Welcome Week is
kind of exhausting.
Kind of exhausting also for us too, to organize and everything. So we'll give you a little bit of a rest. And then you can be exhausted at our sports events.
You can start be competitive.
Yeah, of course. Also, it's a great time to not only play with your fellow
men,
but
also with female.
Yeah, women. Of course. And also to get to know others from other nationalities. Mm-hmm. Actually, this year I think we'll be adding a new rule that maybe like a maximum of the same language speakers in the same team to.
Bianca is proud. Bianca is so they can practice their Italian as well.
Yes, of course, and also to go out of your own limits of your language and try to create diversity amongst the teams.
Yeah, so women can participate in.
Of course, they have to. I will. And last semester there were a couple of girls that were really, really good, and I bonded with them a lot because they were so few girls playing. So I hope to see more girls participating this semester.
We love women in men's fields.
Yeah, we do. But it's not the only activity that we do if you don't enjoy playing football. Mm-hmm. We also are announcing our first ever run club. And it's going to take place in all the beautiful parks all around Rome on Sunday. So not too early in the morning. So you can sleep a lot after Saturday.
I hate waking up early. I really hate it.
And then you can come with us to the beautiful Villa Borghese. The first run club will be held there. Okay. And it's open to everyone, particularly people that enjoy running together and maybe don't ever run.
Can we run to a coffee shop so
of
we can
course.
have breakfast there?
Maybe. Yeah, we can.
I love it.
We can also have an aperitivo later. Maybe it's
love
better.
That as well. I mean, it's an excuse. You just exercise, you need more calories.
Yeah, that was a secret actually. I didn't want to say that. But here we are.
Sorry.
It will be really easy from the start. It's not going to be any difficult, not any like 10K or 20K run. The first ever meet, it will be really to get to know each other. What's our pace? What we'll be doing, and of course everyone that just wants to walk, it's also welcome.
Yeah.
It's
no rush.
No,
everyone can get there at their own pace.
Yes, of course we'll bring music to pump us up. And yeah, that's it actually for now. But maybe we're going to train for Race for the Cure, that it's a charity run held in Rome in the middle of May, and it's will be really important to participate for all of our Erasmus, not only the ones that will join our run club. And we also wanted to participate in the Marathon of Rome, but the subscription were already closed. So participating in group will be really difficult, joining the waiting list and all of that.
You're really determined to make them run.
Yeah. Also, because I don't actually run, not yet, but I want to learn and practice with others.
It's like your goal for 2026. Maybe.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? So there are others events that you want to create? Like, I don't know, go see a game or whatever?
Yes, we're trying to organize going all together to the stadium, actually,
that's
to
cool.
go see the Roma, that is the team of this city.
There's also Lazio.
Yeah, I know there's Lazio, but in this section we are really
Roman.
eager yeah. And we'll go all together, see the match, maybe grab something later, and maybe try and learn some choruses from the stadium.
That's funny. Imagine like an island guy that just starts singing in Italian. Roma.
Why not, actually? Of course, our committee is not football centric. We're also going to see basketball.
Cool.
Luis has a team that's really high up in the league. And we were thinking about doing our own tournament before and then seeing their match.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a goal actually for everyone who wants to start a sport to just join us and see what do you like actually.
What they like best.
Yeah.
There are like also, I don't know, volleyball or...
Yes, last years we organized various beach volley tournaments. We'll see if Ostia gives us some sunny days and we'll go and
to the beach.
To the beach, maybe have a little swim if for those who are brave in this period of the year. But yes, we enjoyed it many other times and I hope you will enjoy it. And last but not least, we also organize a paddle tournament. And as Luis, we also encourage it to play paddle. We have lots of paddle court all around our university, near our campuses. Like near the library, actually, I think they play tennis and maybe also paddle.
So our Erasmus will be very fit. Thanks to Silvia.
I hope so. Of course, our committee doesn't focus only on the physical part. It's also about the mental health and what sports can provide for that. So, as I said before, it's a way of taking your mind off of things, of the pressure of exams, being away from home. And it's just a couple hours when you can be really yourself and practice sport even if you're not maybe with your usual team.
Yeah, you can like release all your stress and like it's something that you have to do for yourself.
Yeah.
Like doing sports is not something you do just to appear good.
No,
or
of
to
course
get a
not.
physique, but just something that is good for your mental health as
You
well.
don't have to be sporty at all to join. Me, for example, I really enjoy watching sports. I'm not very good at it, but
as long as you move your body, it's fine.
yeah, of course.
Is it common in every ESN section or just us?
No, sport is everywhere really encouraged. And also in ESN Italia, we do the National Erasmus Games.
Cool.
That it's an event where all the different teams from the sections can participate in a really big tournament of volleyball and football, and they can really have intense matches. And also the teams that win the National Erasmus Games can go to the International Erasmus Games that take place once a year, and where every national ESN section can bring their famous athletes and try and win the main event.
So thank you, Silvia, for being here. And I think
you, girls.
with this we can conclude our podcast.
Our second episode of our podcast.
Yeah. So bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.